But another big fight, Caleb Plant with Canelo. I mean, that's not official, but
woo, boy,
yeah.
Man, that's a good fight. I'm picking Caleb.
Not just because it's your guy, Leonard?
No. Caleb is one of those. He's one of those diamonds in the rough. People say negative things because they want you to perform and do things the way that they want to. But he just goes out there and does his job, and he will rise to the occasion with the level of competition that he's fighting. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that, talking about that last Caleb Truax performance, he won every round, but people were more critical because maybe he looked a little more flat than he did in his previous fights. But is that because of level opposition?
People try to act like Caleb Truax is a bum. He's not no bum, for starters. He's had a couple setbacks, and there's been things that went on in his camp that didn't lead to a great performance. And I'm not making any excuses for him, but I happen to know some of those things, and fighters go through things, and it's just about the timing when it happens. It's just about the timing. Because no fighter comes into a fight, to be totally honest, 100%. Right. You know what I mean?
How does Caleb beat Canelo, though? Because Billy Joe, he hit him with some good shots. Canelo just walked right through it.
Yeah, well, Caleb Plant is a different kind of beast because he's a smart thinking fighter. You know what I mean? And Canelo's a tremendous fighter. He is what he is right now.
What's Caleb's path to victory, though?
Just being smart. And I'm sure that when and if that fight gets made, he'll get the job done. He definitely will get the job done.
You think he comes through this gym and asks Floyd for a few tips on how to... The only man that beat him?
Why not?
Right.
Why not? Floyd would be definitely honored to give him some tips, and believe it or not, I'm sure that they probably already had a discussion.
Really?
At some point, yeah. But I mean, again, Caleb is a tremendous fighter, and I think that if and when that fight gets made, he'll rise to the occasion and have his hand raised at the end of the night.
Close competitive, or you think he could?
Well,
put a
again, he needs to do what he needs to do, and I kind of know just from experience on what some of the things he needs to do to offset some of the strengths that Canelo has, because it's not like that you can't hit him, but Canelo is proven that he's a great fighter, one of the top fighters in the sport, and he has a great resume. He's willing to fight anybody that's out there, and he's done a great job of doing that.
Did he earn the pound for pound at this point, in this moment?
Well, I'm not a big fan on that whole subjective thing, because it's like there are guys, in my opinion, who quote unquote should be in there, like Mel, for an example. He's not even in there.
He should be there.
Yeah.
Him and Tank.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't really concern myself about that. As it relates to, I want my fighters to fight the biggest and best fights that are out there, fight the best guys out there. But the only list I'm concerned about Tank Davis being on is the Forbes list.
What did you think about Canelo's comments about Floyd? The thing that's silly.
What did he say?
In my prime, I beat him. That way. But they're not even in the same weight.
Listen,
right?
all that's bullshit. That's bullshit. I mean,
but Leonard, his prime is 168.
Yeah,
so you can't even.
Yeah,
right?
All that's bullshit, though. All that's bullshit. I mean, he's a tremendous fighter, but that's just somebody. At this point, he's supposed to say that. He's supposed to say. Floyd would have whipped my ass. He's supposed to say that, and I'm okay with that, because all that's just talk. When he had the opportunity, Floyd ran circles around his ass, and he was so disappointed that he felt as though he let his entire country down. I know he was there several days after the fight. I had a chance to talk to him in the elevator. I know how depressed and down he was. He felt he's let his country, but he was going up against TBE. Mm-hmm. And he learned a great lesson from that fight, and he went on and he showed you why he's an all-time great. He's brought that out in himself. But you know, again, like you said about the weight classes, Floyd would spank that ass at any point, at any point, at any point. But I personally think he's a tremendous fighter, and he's done wonders for his country, and he has a incredible following, you know, and he still got work left to do, you know, while he's still active in the sport.
With what he's doing since he fought Floyd, is he becoming Floyd's greatest victory?
Probably, you know, a period of time that has marinated, and it's, you know, but again, Floyd is Floyd. Mm-hmm. Floyd is Floyd. You know what I mean? It's like
lots of great wins.
Yeah. So I mean,
people are starting to think that might be the greatest.
Yeah,
Canelo was undefeated.
That's people's opinion. That's people's opinion. I mean, all of them are great. All of them are great because he retired undefeated. He retired undefeated. No matter what they say, he showed up and he did his thing.